Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Normal Girl Syndrome podcast. And it's been a while since I've done an episode. I've only done 2 so far. I have some in my archive, but it's been a while. And I think everything has been a bit too much with the Christmas and New Year's period. And I wanted to talk and give my advice on grief as a whole. To give some backstory, I say this a lot to, the people around me. It comes up a lot, but I have borderline personality disorder, and it makes it hard to function like a normal human being. Every single day is a different emotion. I go through the whole spectrum of emotions like twice a fucking day, and it's very exhausting. I'm sure anyone that has BPD can relate to that. And with BPD, I think as a whole we are very anxiously attached. Not always, but our kind of, neutrality is being, scared of abandonment and being alone, and we get ourselves into like a tizzle-wazzle, using a lot of made-up words right now, because we feel like we're being abandoned. We feel like we're being rejected in every normal social setting, every little encounter. We feel rejection a lot, and we feel like we're not cared about or loved. And I think it's quite interesting, I don't know if there's many people that have BPD that have a podcast, but I would like to talk about it more to spread awareness, like having BPD isn't some toxic, abusive, person that is gonna ruin your life. That's a load of stigma. We have experienced so much trauma in our lives that our brain is constantly on survival mode, and we're not in control. We can start to have control using, therapy and stuff, but it'll never really go away. It'll still be there. Things get better, but you still have the natural, I wouldn't say natural, like, you still have the core beliefs and trauma responses that, self-sabotage your life over and over again. They're still going to be there, basically. You just, like the rest of the world, we have to, get a hold of things. And, I've been very good recently with being alone and liking my own company, and not needing advice or exaggerating through text in order to make someone understand how much pain I'm feeling in that moment. I've been quite good with that recently, and I've enjoyed my time alone. I've enjoyed, being with my cat as she's laying on me right now, doing my little hobbies, and being interested in myself, being interested in my own hobbies and my own life and my own qualities. And I've not needed to be like, hey, this person, I need your attention right now, please, like, I need your help. I've been able to regulate myself by myself, obviously, and that's something I'm very proud of myself for doing, because last year, 2024, now, we've only just started the new year, but yes, last year, I was in a period of BPD agony. Like, every single day was agony for me. And, I had people around me that could help, some people that didn't know what to do, and some people that couldn't deal with their own emotions and, took it out on me and told me, I need to get help, and there's something wrong with me, and they don't want to be in my life anymore because, I'm just such a mess. And, one of those people actually had BPD, which is very confusing to this day. Trying to process what's acceptable and what's not, regarding someone that has BPD. And you think I would know because I have it, but no, I get very confused. And yeah, I don't really want to get into that relationship, but I was just saying. But yeah, I was very proud of myself for doing that for myself. And obviously Christmas, New Year's time came, and obviously traditionally you spend it with your family and your friends, and generally quite a lot of people. And obviously my brain couldn't handle that, My social battery was flat most of the time, and had an episode because, I thought I had felt this, like, pressure to be socially, a social butterfly because it's Christmas, because it's New Year's, but obviously I was neglecting my own needs, and I ended up, having several mini episodes throughout that period because I felt the pressure of, it's Christmas Day, like, you spend it with family, And now that period is over, my mind, is very fast to attach itself to people and go, oh my God, you've been spending a lot of time with this person, or even just, a few hours, and then my mind will be like, maybe you should ask for some more attention and, like, call them and, like, whatever. And, I've been quite ashamed of that, I don't like admitting it because, I don't know, in my mind I've always seen, like, avoidant people as winners, they can just get like over shit and it doesn't matter to them, it doesn't care, and anxious people. I just felt very like weak, like even like begging someone for like their attention when I'm like really depressed or whatever. They're like, no, sorry, I can't help you. It just like, instead of being like, okay, a secure person, if I'm in need of help and this person is name calling me and telling me like there's always something wrong, they can't deal with me, blah blah blah, this person isn't right for me. This person obviously can't deal with emotions this big, and taking it out on me. Obviously I wasn't fully innocent in that situation, being anxiously attached, but if I'm having a BPD episode, I shouldn't be surrounding myself with people that are avoidant and abusive and stuff, because that's not going to help me. That's not going to help the episode, is it? I'm kind of striving from the whole point of this little clip, but like obviously spending all that time, my brain got attached, and it happens a lot where like if I spend a lot of time with someone, I have to spend a lot of time alone, and not because I need time alone or like it's desirable for me, but it's a need. It's a need in order not to get in an episode, not to become an anxious mess of months, days, weeks, months of me being anxiously attached to people begging for their attention and help. And I have to just sometimes lay in my bed with nothing on and feel the agony in my stomach. And I said this before, I said this to myself. Yes, I talk to myself, by the way, as you can probably tell. I said this to myself, but like, it literally, like, the anger, agony, and grief of having to, show myself it's okay to be alone, feels like I have blood like seeping out of my mouth, like I can taste the iron. Sorry to be so graphic, but my teeth grits and like my stomach feels retching, like I could just rip it open. I'm really sorry for that TMI, but like that's how it feels. And I'm pretty sure if you ask anyone else that has BPD, that'll probably be the answer to how they feel when they have to deal with stuff alone. It's horrible. But once I get through that, I can be alone. I enjoy being alone. I'm in a happy state. It's just hard because I have to go through this probably 20 times more than the average person. They probably don't get to the state I do, but like, or we do. But the annoyance of literally having to do this every time I spend time with people just a little bit too much, you know, like a little call and then, you know, we say, okay, bye, you know, that's fine, a little date, little going out. But when I spend so much time with people, I can't even remember the last time I spent time alone. That is incredibly dangerous for me, for anyone that has BPD, I would think. And, you know, like, I'm sitting here, you know, watching Emma Chamberlain. I love Emma Chamberlain. And in the dark, in my living room, in my lounge, and I can't move. Like, all day I feel like I can't move, because getting over spending time with someone, or having, you know, getting someone rid of in my life, which I have done recently, I feel like someone has died. Like, that's how bad I feel. Like, can't eat, can't drink, you know, can't move. You know, I wouldn't say can't, because, you know, I'm in a state right now that, you know, I can work through that. But, like, it's almost like I feel paralyzed in my body. And it's hard, you know. And, you know, there's no quick fix to the feeling of grief. And, like, the feeling of, you know, despair and depression. But I'm allowing myself to talk through this right now, and I'm allowing myself to sit in silence and literally feel the sensations in my body, instead of going, okay, what can I distract myself with? Oh, this person. Okay, let's call them. I'm actually feeling what I need to feel. And that's important for any grief, any depression you have, any despair you have. And it's important to eat and to drink, because when you don't eat and drink, that doesn't help. And I can tell you firsthand, it does not fucking help. Making sure that you wake up at a good time and go to sleep at a good time. You know, before this, I was going to bed at 7, waking up at 5. I'm a bit out of whack at the moment, because I feel like this, but we will get that back in order, because I know as soon as it hits past 8 o'clock, that's the spooky hour where all the thoughts come into play, and that's when I have to be very gentle with myself and what I entertain with my eyesight and mind. So, you know, I've kind of tried to avoid the spooky hour by going to sleep and waking up early, because I love being up before everyone else. I feel like a winner. Yeah, gives me great motivation. And it's like important to like find things that you're interested in. Like, if you can do it alone, do it alone, you know? Like, you want to start that new Netflix series, do it yourself. You don't need your friend. You don't need your friend on FaceTime or in your house, like, watching it with you. Like, do it yourself. Enjoy yourself. Get some art out. Like, paint your fucking grief, Paint your depression. Like, paint something that makes you happy, maybe. You don't even have to paint if art's not your thing. Get a journal out. Journal your feeling. Or do what I'm doing and fucking record yourself while you talk about shit. Get it out. Like, people are going to be watching this, but no one has to watch what you're talking about if you don't want to. If you do, put it out. Put it out for people to hear. It's totally up to you, what you do. But those are the key parts of, getting through this. And I would never let yourself think, oh, this is too much. I'm going to self-sabotage myself. I'm going to talk to the person I'm not supposed to. I'm going to, drink a lot so I don't have to feel the pain, or, start smoking again or whatever. Just because that is a distraction. Your body is telling you it's in pain. It needs help. It needs comfort from you. It needs kindness, Give yourself a hug. Tell yourself it's okay to be sad. And you don't need to, cover it up with cigarettes or alcohol or whatever else you're doing. Just feel your pain. Because that's how you heal. Feel to heal. Here we go. Pinterest quotes. Feel to heal yourself. You're never gonna heal if, you break up with someone, let's say, and, you feel despair because, you thought this person was amazing and you're all, and you go, you know what, I don't want to feel this way, so I'm gonna say, hey, let's get back together. That's not solving anything. That's just a temporary fix, You broke up with them for a reason. You did that thing for a reason. You're spending time alone for a reason. Like, honor it. Honor it yourself and build faith and trust in your decisions and what is best for you, instead of, trying to quick fix everything and go, what I feel now is worse than, waiting to feel good again in a few days or a few weeks, Like, you need to build up that fucking dopamine. Like, stop trying to TikTok scroll through your pain. Like, it's not a thing you could be like, nope, I don't like this emotion, I'm gonna scroll. Just feel it. Even if that pain is 20 minutes of watch time, or an hour, or 2 days, or 2 weeks, or 2 fucking months, it's worth it. If it gets you where you want to be, it's worth it. If it gets you to where you're happy and you didn't settle for less in your life, in order to numb the pain, just feel what you need to feel, and it's okay. I'm actually quite proud of the things I've said today, so, that's something to tick off for my day. And although I feel shitty, I've done one of my steps. And I've discussed, how I feel, and gone through the steps of, like, being okay with feeling that feeling, and, healing through the slow process of it all, instead of, trying to put a band-aid on it, or ripping the band-aid off, for example. Yeah. Right, I think I am gonna do something else now, because I don't think sitting on my sofa is gonna help me. Gonna get up, gonna watch something I like, paint, get a drink I like, it's time to be alive. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode, and if you did, give it a like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next podcast episode. Bye.